Hey guys, how you doing? This is Eric from eFit, and I wanted to try something new. Okay, I know you guys realize that the screen is black right now. You guys cannot see me, but I'm walking through some light, so you may get a glimpse of me. But I wanted to start something new, right? Uh, Called Night Walkers, right? Just want to try this out because a lot of times I notice that, you know, I know that we all have like different feelings and stuff like that, emotions and things that, that come up that are, that are not so positive. And for me, that happens quite a bit. And I usually try to practice, mindfulness and stuff like that. But, self defeating thoughts and things like that. You feel stuck in, and you just feel like like you don't know where life is going, like where to start. I don't know. You could be 20 years old, or you could be my age, or you could be 50. So the thing that I realize that helps me a lot of times is, you know, I'm a night walker. I like to get out at night and walk. It helps me to get outside of myself, outside of my thoughts. And a lot of times when you have these dark thoughts that are going on within, you know, I like to really, really face them and get out and walk in the dark, because I find that I can, you know, walk through these things, and I can, you know, come out on the other side with a uh, with a much brighter thought process, right? So I know you guys can't see me, but here's the thing: don't focus on seeing me. Just listen to me right now, right? Just listen. So a lot of times, just speaking from my personal experience, when I'm going through stuff, and having some, self-defeating thoughts and things like that, um, you know, I have to realize that these things are there, that these thoughts come, and they're there because, you have something great to give to the world. You have something great to bring forth. But if these thoughts can infiltrate your mind and stay there and occupy your mind, then what I want to call the forces of darkness, the evil forces, or whatever you want to call it, you know, that's there to stop you, to keep you mediocre, that's there to keep you from being your inner hero, from giving this great thing that you have to give to the world. That's why they're there. And once you realize that, then you can, consciously begin to shift your thought process and know and say, oh, okay, I see now. That's why these thoughts are coming, because, man, I'm brilliant. I got something great to give. And if I'm not focusing on that, and I'm focusing on these dark thoughts and all this stuff, man, then I will never become what I like to call the champion of my soul, Um, and doing this is, it's therapeutic for me because, uh, you know, I label the term champion of my soul because the way I look at it is that, um, I think that our soul has a journey. Everybody, when we're born, you know, when we come in this, when we come to this atmosphere, into this sphere via our mother's birth canal, you know, we come in, and I believe that, because just think about it in terms of okay, like a diver. What does a diver need to stay alive underwater? He needs certain things: oxygen tank, wetsuit, this and that, to keep breathing. So we need to put on this, what I call this human earthly spacesuit, in order to thrive. And we need a pair of lungs. We need a heart. We need all this stuff. So when we come here, we are equipped. But it's my belief that our spirit, who is all knowledgeable, knows nothing but love, it has to forget who we really are, right? Because the task at hand is for us to become the champion of our soul, the champion of our spirit again, to remember. So we're just here on a quest of remembering who we truly are. So the task is to, when we're born to the time we die, this interval of time that we've been given, is to come closer and closer, to draw closer and closer to our soul, and further away from the mind. Because the mind only exists to do certain things. But the mind, it's not the mind's job to lead you through this life. That's your spirit's job. But somehow we draw further and further away from our spirit, and we draw closer and closer to our mind. So our mind becomes the chief operating system, and we're not able to listen to our spirit. And because of that, these thoughts infiltrate, and they come in because they're there to stop us, from becoming all that we can become. Because I come to realize that who we really are, we're just spiritual beings, first and foremost, living a human existence. And when you realize that, the nature of who you truly are, who the man is inside of the man, you're a spiritual being who is basically perfect, because your spirit is perfect. So I like to say we are perfectly imperfect. The perfect part is the spiritual part of us. The imperfect part is the human. And it is the imperfect part that we must learn to close our eyes to, and walk more by faith, and draw more nearer to our spirit. Because when we do that, then I guarantee you, at the end of your life, wherever you are, before you take that final breath, you have achieved, you have become the champion of your soul, and your soul can really rest in peace, and anyway, so I just had these thoughts on my mind, and I think I'm going to be doing this every night, coming to you. And I think I might even label this series called Alone in the Dark, Night Walkers. Whereas, I'm just channeling my thoughts, and I'm not here to, persuade you or to entice you to think what I think or whatever. No, I mean, if you guys have some comments or stuff, you can put it in the comments box and let me know what you think, so we can share and, dialogue. Because, listen, we're all here together as perfectly imperfect spiritual beings living a human existence. So I hope you guys are listening to my words, because right now my face doesn't matter. And I'm going to be doing something during the day called Lift Up and Lift Off, right? But I'm not going to give that away too soon. But I was just sitting inside and just asking myself, man, well, what do I really have to offer, the world? What do I have to offer that might leave this earth a little better off than it was when I came here? And I just think that just sharing my thoughts, and of course I'm going to be coming to you with exercise and fitness tips, because some of you guys may not know, but that's my real forte. That's my life. I love exercise and fitness. I've been doing it my whole life, personal training and things like that. But with this channel, I just want to focus on not only the body but the mind, because with things like the law of attraction and things like that, I think that the laws are real. The universal laws are very real. Karmic laws are very real. But I do believe that for everyone in this life, we go through a portal. I think that life has this thing, and at one end is pain, and at the other end is ultimate pleasure. But there's this portal that you have to go through to get to ultimate pleasure. And at times, some people get stuck. Some people get stuck further up, closer to the pain. Some people make it to the middle. Some people even make it to ultimate pleasure. But those who do, they truly have a story. Those who do were able to get beyond the mind, understand the illusions that the mind tries to tell you, these stories of illusions that you're not, you can't, you won't, and why. Those people are somehow able to grasp what's real and draw closer and closer to their spirit, and know that inherently they are great, they are perfect. Inherently at the foundation of them is only love. And when we start to do things out of love instead of fear, that's when we truly start to thrive. Now, those of us who get stuck up near the end of the portal that is pain, I mean, your life, you're truly living a hell on earth. I think at some point, we all are going to have to go through that hell on earth to get to heaven, right? But the hell on earth lies in the mind, and the heaven lies in the mind. But to get to heaven, you have to break down some mental barriers and create a mind shift. A mind shift. That's all it is. The difference between greatness and failure is a mind shift. And when you shift your mind, you can move mountains. You can do incredible things. When you shift your mind, you're no longer susceptible to the limitations of the mind, to the illusions that the mind is feeding you to try to keep you in what I like to call a robotic, slavery driven way. This is when you're able to create your own path. You're able to pave your own road, and you're able to place that road wherever you want, in the direction of wherever it is you want to go, and it will take you there. So look, all I'm saying is that we have to work towards creating that mind shift. And sometimes that just takes shutting down the mind. It's going to still try to talk to you. It's going to still try to tell you, because it recognizes, that you're trying to ignore it. But the mind wants to be the boss. It wants you to listen to it. It wants to lead you. But we have to bring our mind under submission and say, look, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to lead you, the man inside the man, my spiritual man. I'm going to lead you. I'm going to receive my guidance from my spirit, and then I will give you coordinates and direction as to which way we will go. And that's the way it has to be. But in order to do that, you have to tame the mind. You have to bring it under subjection. And that comes with meditation, mindfulness, always being aware and silent what you're thinking, what you're feeling, so you can counteract those thoughts and feelings with ones that are more productive, ones that will fuel your engine with the gasoline that it needs, with the fuel that it needs to take you to where you are supposed to go. You don't have a destiny that's set for you. No, you create your own destiny. Let me say this. Let me say this clearly, and please listen to me. I do believe that there is a destiny that is set for us, and it is mediocrity. It is mediocrity. It is to follow the agenda that's been set for your life. But like I said, when you dare to go beyond that program and know the truth about who you really are, and keep going and keep going and keep going, put blinders on it and keep going, no matter what distraction that's thrown at you, that's when you become a champion. That's when your soul starts to cry out, yes. And that's when at the end of your life, you become the champion of your soul. And then you rest, and it can rest in peace. So look, let's gravitate more towards our spirit. Let's draw more towards our spirit and get further and further away from our mind. The mind shouldn't lead us. Our spirit should lead us. Let the mind do the job that it was placed there to, for calculations and analytical stuff like that. But the mind is not here to make decisions for us about our life. No, that's spirit. That's following your spirit and staying on your path. Making a path of where you want to go. Staying on that path, no matter what programs are thrown at you, what distractions, somehow, every day, getting in tune with your spirit and receiving directions, receiving the messages that will take you to your ultimate destination. You know, that's what we're here for, to get to that destination. And along the way, enjoy the journey. Not seeing as things as good or bad or wrong or right, only experiences within this journey, because you are going to veer off from here and there. But those who manage to ultimately get back on the path, stay on the path, those are the ones who become champions of their own. So those are the ones who become history makers. Those are the ones who are enlightened. Those are the ones who embrace the truth that the Spirit has to say. Those are the ones who are able to go beyond the illusions of the mind. So look, these are my thoughts while I'm out here in the dark alone. I hope you guys got something out of this. And again, I'm Eric. This is eFit. Fitness for your mind, your body, and your soul. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I hope you got something out of it. Thanks a lot. We'll talk real soon.